Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Reef Drama. Today we are going to be replacing the pump that comes with the Aqua Medic Reactor. Now I've got the medium one, didn't realise that the pump had failed, had stopped until I sort of went to replace what was in it with Rowaphos, and then realised that it wasn't working then. So I have taken it all apart and stripped it all down, tried to sort of get the propeller to sort of spin again, but it's not having none of it. So what I want to show you today is the pump that I've bought to replace it, and how we're going to very easily retrofit it to the bottom of the Aqua Medic Reactor, so that you'll be able to do the same sort of thing if if your pump has failed or stopped working, or maybe it's just too noisy and you want to replace it with something else, or you want a little bit more control with the pump, with the flow. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that, and I'm also going to show you kind of how I found out and how I'm kind of running things at the moment. So let's get straight into that. Let me take you, first of all, let's have a look in the sump, and we'll have a little look at what's going on in there, and then we'll go through the new pump and the fitting of it. Right then guys, so as you can see, brought you down into the sump, brought you on the phone just because it's a bit easier rather than the big camera. But at the moment you can see there is the Aqua Medic Reactor that's just down there. Now previously I actually had it over the back here on the other side of this baffle, so I couldn't really see it, to be fair, and because I was running Seachem Matrix inside it, and you weren't I didn't have Rowaphos in or anything, so you couldn't sort of see the tumbling and the fluidization of that. To me it just looked like it was working. So what I've done now is the Seachem Matrix is inside this little basket, media basket, that's under the reef mat here. And when I put Rowaphos in to obviously start this Aqua Medic back up, realizing it wasn't working, I kind of had to rig this up just temporarily. So it's kind of like a backwards reactor, I guess. So I've got the water flowing out of this reactor, which has more Seachem Matrix in it, and it's now just going straight into the top of here, and then it forces the water out at the very bottom down there. There's like 3 little holes. So it's obviously not as good as what it should be, but because I'd already put the Rowaphos into it and submerged it, I had to kind of obviously keep using it. Now you may notice that the glass is quite sort of dirty. If I bring you in on the side view, you'll really sort of see it there. So there you go, you can see that it really does need a good clean, and that is because the phosphate has increased, which is why I was starting to go back to using Rowaphos. So that's the problem, and what we're going to have a look at now is how we're going to fix it. So let me show you the pump that I bought, and then I'll show you how we're going to fit it. Okay, so here we go. This is the new pump that I've purchased. We've got the Newa Jet, and I've purchased the 400 litre per hour one. You'll also notice on the front here it is adjustable as well, so you can adjust that flow, unlike the Aqua Medic pump. It's just always on, but of course you do have a little bit of control by turning the actual bit at the bottom where you saw those 3 holes a minute ago. You can obviously block off 1 or 2 or whatever you want to do. But with this, just a very quick unbox. I mean, we all know pretty much what's going to be in here. There's going to be the pump itself, there's going to be instructions, there's going to be some sort of power control to it as well. So obviously UK, so we've got the, if I can turn it around, 3-pin socket there, and then, yeah, there we go, in the very bottom we've got the instructions. So don't need that, don't need that. Just need this. Got the little rubber feet on the bottom there. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. So let's pop that down there for the moment. And then in the packet, it has come with a couple of extra parts. So take these out. What you can do if you want to with this is you can place this part. Again, focus please. There we go. You can place that part and this one, you can put them on top like so, and then this can actually connect to the front, so you can remove this part here and then this bit clips onto the very front. So you could do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave this showing so that I can always just reach into the sump if I need to and adjust this flow here. So we'll get rid of that. The other part that it's come with is this little piece here, and this is what will go into the very top of the pump. Get it up the right way around, and that will basically slot into there. Can get it in. There we go. So that pushes all the way in like so. And then this part here at the very top, this is what we're going to actually insert. Why won't you focus? There we go. This is what we're going to insert into the very bottom of the Aqua Medic. Now, if you have a look at the old pump that came off the Aqua Medic Reactor, this is, I think it's a 350 litre per hour pump. And this bit at the top here is what went inside the bottom of the reactor. And you may notice it is a lot smaller than this one. But I'm going to show you now how we're going to fit this into where that was. Right then guys, so this is pretty much all you're going to need. We're going to need obviously the new pump. We are going to need either a pair of scissors or like a small flathead screwdriver. This will do. And we're also going to need some PTFE tape or plumber's tape. Let me get the reactor out of the sump, which is why I've got the T-towel here, so that I can obviously lay it on there, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Right then, so we've got the reactor out of the sump, and if you turn your reactor upside down, you'll see this is where the old pump went into, through this little rubber gasket grommet here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to remove this rubber grommet. So either using scissors or your flathead screwdriver or whatever you've got, but that's the little piece of rubber that we've now just took out. And get that to focus like so. So we're going to discard that, and that will leave a nice hole, hopefully you can see all the way through, in the bottom there for the pump now just to slide in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of plumber's tape onto this section here. Now we're just going to put it onto the top there. I think that will probably do. Snap it off. And we'll get rid of that bit that's somehow, I don't know how that happened, covered the top. Hopefully you're better at doing this than I obviously am. Okay, so I think that will do. So we've got some plumber's tape now on the end there, and this will then make a much better connection when we pop this into here, so it will be a lot tighter. As you can see, now I'm just going to spin this round as I'm pushing. There we go, like so. Get it right in there. And then we've now got, in fact I might just keep spinning it round, because I think I'm going to want at the front here, where you've got this adjustable part for the 3 holes, and you can say you can drop it down to just 2 holes or 1 hole to reduce the flow or increase the flow. I think I'm going to want my pump there centered at the bottom, so as I can reach down, and if I want to I can move this around again to increase or decrease the flow. So there we go, that's fitted on there nice. That's definitely not going anywhere. So all we've got to do now is put it back into the sump, get the plug and everything all wired up through the back and plugged in, and we'll see what the result is. Right then guys, so that is now all in, and the wire goes up round, goes behind this fan, and then goes through the little hole at the back there, and it is on. It's ultra quiet, can't hear it at all, but what I can show you is at the top here, which is how you adjust the flow normally before you put on any other pump, but if you can see hopefully in there the Rowaphos media. And if I twist this, you'll start to see it. I'll put an arrow on the screen. You'll start to see it fluidizing. There we go. See, it's starting to go right up now to the top. So you still have that adjustability to be able to get it to sort of fluidize to exactly how you want it to be. But as you can see there at the top, you've got the water running through. And as I say, when I turned it on, I couldn't hear it, especially with the fact that the skimmer, which is probably one of the noisiest things that I've got, and at the moment both my cross waves, which is one there and one over there, they both need like cleaning because they've got a little bit noisy as well, but as soon as they get cleaned they'll be quiet again. But basically this was all about this Aqua Medic reactor and replacing the pump that broke down on it, or as I said before, even if it's just a noisy pump that you've got, if you wanted to change it, you can now see exactly how easy it is to do it. And as I say, I just used that Newa Jet pump, 400 litre per hour. The previous one was rated to 350 litres per hour. So yeah, perfect. Very happy with that. So just one other thing as well, just to kind of update you about down here, normally behind where the clownfish are, there is another pump for my UV, and we come up the grey pipe that runs all the way up here, and then it kind of shoots over to the right. That's where the UV actually is, in that side dry cupboard. But there's no pump here, so the UV is obviously off at the moment, which again probably certainly isn't helping with the state of the glass. So apologies for that. But the reason is because look, I have bought, close the box, a new one. I've got another J-Cod DCP. This is a 2500 this time. So previously, when I first set up the UV, you'll remember I had a 3500. That was too powerful. Then I dropped it right the way down to this little one, which is a 1200. This is not quite powerful enough. So then I've gone for this one. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this time when this one goes in, it will do what I want it to do. But what I need to do is go to my guy again, who I buy all my pipe fittings from. If I unscrew this, you'll notice that that thread there is very small compared to, if I open this up, this thread here. So I need to get essentially a new one of these couplings with the thread on the inside. I've already got some spare red pipe, so that's fine. There's also a little reducer just in there as well. I'll need another new one of those. And then that, because that's solvent welded onto the red pipe, but then it's just pushed into this union using the PTF tape. So this union will obviously be reusable, because when it's all on the new pipe, on the new pump, sorry, this will then just thread back on to the rest of the union that's obviously in the sump there. So yeah, quick update on this, and hopefully I should get that done at some point very soon, once I can get to my guy. As I say, I am really busy though at work at the moment, so don't know when I'm going to be able to get to him. But pretty much it. I think that's it really. It was just all about the old Aqua Medic reactor that's in there today, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope it helps you going forward if you ever need to change or replace your pump and you're not sure which one to replace it with. So definitely check out that little pump, and you can see just how easy it was to replace it. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and if you are already, then thank you very much, and glad to see you back watching my videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Easy go.